Welcome to Lahti, Jennifer. So nice to have you.
Thank you.
Can you tell a little bit about the concerto that we are going to hear on Thursday concert?
Yes, so it consists of 5 movements. Several of the movements are attacca, which means that they're connected. And this concerto was written during the pandemic, during the most difficult days of the pandemic in the beginning. And so each movement is essentially almost a ritual or kind of spiritual journey of healing. And I think the violin kind of serves as the shaman that kind of carries the audience through that process. So for example, there's blood to blood, bone to bone, which was a saying that travelers used to say in the Middle Ages. And then there's Saint Vitus, who was the patron saint of dancing and some kind of ritualistic dancing in order to get rid of sickness as well. So I think this concerto really reflects the time that all of us have kind of been through, and maybe it's not over yet, I can't tell. But it's kind of a beautiful process, I think, of healing.
Did you work a lot with Missy, like when she was composing this concerto, or did she do it and then just gave you, and then you kind of a little bit worked on it? How was the process?
The first piece she wrote for me was, I think, in 2007. So she's written 3 or 4 solo violin works for me. And we've also played together, her at piano or with electronics. So she knows my playing quite well. And then I think just the fact that I'm a violinist and the fact that I play a lot of concerti and have experience doing that, and also studying scores. So there was a lot of trust, I think, in our relationships. So I think whenever it was kind of an exchange back and forth, that from my experience, certain things work, certain orchestration, certain ranges and instruments. So there was a lot of back and forth.
You have been to Lahti before. This is not your first time. So what are your impressions from Lahti and coming back to us?
It's so nice, actually. I feel like in some ways I grew up in Lahti. The very first recording I ever made was with Lahti Symphony playing recording Kalevi Aho's violin concerto with Osmo Vanska. And ever since then, I've played with the orchestra kind of regularly. And it's amazing. I played with and we recorded before Sibelius Hall was made. So it's been beautiful to kind of see how the city has changed and grown, and the orchestra as well, and the hall itself.
Well, so nice to have you back, and we are looking forward to the concert.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure working with you, and it's also so nice that you're so dedicated to this piece and to Missy's music in general, and contemporary music. I know it means so much, not only to me, but I think for the future generation of musicians.
Well, so thank you. We love in this orchestra Missy's music, so we can't wait to perform with you. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you.